Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a fun little makeup look. It's kind of fun, but I also kind of hate it. What I'm doing today is a winter makeup look. And I don't like the winter time, so that's why I kind of hate it. But I like doing my makeup, so it is kind of fun at the same time. And you might love it if you like the cold weather, or maybe you're like going on a trip somewhere that's cold. I don't know, but I live in Michigan, so from like October to the beginning of April, it's freezing here and it's awful. But I don't know, I've seen on the news that it's also snowing like down south, so maybe it's just cold everywhere. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna walk you through one of my favorite like winter makeup looks that I like to do, and I'm also gonna do a hairstyle that is one of my go-tos in the winter. I do this all the time, so this is kind of like more of a get ready with me because I'm doing my hair and my makeup, but I just want to walk you through both, and maybe this hair and makeup can help you out if you live somewhere cold or if you're going somewhere cold. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, I'm going to start with my hair first, and this hairstyle actually incorporates a hat. So I'm going to be wearing this beanie. It's really bright, I know, but I like it. I feel like a construction worker or something when I'm wearing it. I don't know, but I love Carhartt hats. I have so many and like a bunch of different colors, but when I wear like black or neutral colors, I like to wear my fun colored hats because it matches with the rest of my outfit. So the hair is going to center around a beanie. You can wear any beanie that you have or that you like wearing, but that's just the one I'm going to use today. So what I'm going to do is actually put my hair in braids, and I've done this hairstyle before without putting a hat on. It's really easy, so I'm just going to walk you through it again, and then we'll put the hat on at the end. So all you're really going to need for this hairstyle is a brush, a comb. You might not even need a comb. You could probably use the brush for everything. And then little elastic bands or hair ties, whatever you prefer. So first thing I'm going to do is just take my hairbrush and just kind of try to brush all the knots out of my hair. And you can probably hear my dog snoring on the floor, so don't mind that noise in the background. I feel bad kicking him out because he will sit at the door until I like leave this room, so I feel so bad for kicking him out. But yeah, that's him. He snores really loud. Once your hair is all brushed, I then take my comb. This is like a teasing comb, and I just part my hair down the middle. So I make sure that my part is where I want, and then I drag it all the way down the back of my head. And it doesn't have to be perfect because you're not really going to be able to see it, but I just try to get it like a little even so that when I do my braids that they look similar in size. After I have it parted, I take my comb and I just start to like kind of part my hair in the front a little bit so that these like, I don't know, little strands in the front of my face are like left out. And I kind of like pull them out around my ear as well. And then I'm going to do that on the other side too. Once I have the hair that I want out in the front, I'm going to start braiding, and more hair will fall out. Like the small pieces that I didn't get will fall out because the other hair will be too long. So it doesn't have to be perfect to begin with because you'll be able to pull more out. But I'm just going to start doing like a simple braid all the way down. My hair is really long, so it takes me a second to do my braids, but once I get to the bottom, I'm just going to take like a little rubber band and put that in my hair. And then I'm going to do the other side. And then once I have both sides braided, I'll go back in and like start pulling out some of the other hair, and then also fixing my braids. Now that both of my braids are in, I'm going to just kind of like start to pull them out just to make them look messy. And this is a good way if you don't have super thick hair to make your hair look more thick. If you pull the braids out, it gives like the illusion that you have really big, nice, thick braids. So that's a little tip. And then I'm just gonna kind of like pull out any little pieces that are like loose up here, and then they'll kind of fall out with the rest of your hair, and I don't know, just make the strands look thicker up here. Now that that's done, I'm going to start on my makeup, but I'm going to clip these little hairs back just while I do my makeup so that they are out of my way. Now for the makeup. This is the best part because it's really easy and you only have to do the makeup on part of your face. So the hat is going to come down to about here. So it's going to be covering my forehead, which means I don't need to put makeup on my forehead. Obviously you can if you want. I usually don't though because my hat like starts to rub against my forehead. I feel like sometimes I get kind of sweaty and it gets dirty and my hat gets dirty, and I don't know, it just is the perfect recipe for a breakout on my forehead. So I usually try to stay away from putting makeup on my forehead, but I guess if you know like you're going to take the hat off, then you might want to put makeup on your whole face. But for this, I'm not going to because usually I don't. So to start, I'm just going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, and I'm going to put this everywhere on my face except for my forehead. And this always seems really weird when I'm doing my makeup. Sometimes I accidentally start to blend it on my forehead, but then I'm like, oh, don't need to do that. And I'm just going to go in with a sponge and blend it all out. I do still put it like around my eyes, and like I kind of do it like around my eyebrows a little bit just because the hat doesn't go like directly on top of my eyebrows. So I just kind of do it like that, but I try not to bring it up onto my forehead. Next we have concealer, and I'm just using the LA Girl Pro Conceal today, and I'm just putting that where I normally would except for my forehead. And I'm going to keep it easy today and just blend it out with the same sponge that I just used. Now I'm going to go in with some like contour or cream bronzer, whatever you want to call it, but I'm using this from Makeup by Mario, the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and that like never gets easier to say, it's such a mouthful. But I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm just going to dip into that product and start putting it on my cheeks. And with this look, I don't use a lot of like bronzer or contour because my hair pretty much covers my cheeks, and then I'm not putting any product on my forehead, so it doesn't really like call for a ton of like cream bronzer or contour because you can't see a lot of the places that you normally do that. But I will put some on my chin as well, and then I'm going to add some on my nose. I guess the nose is like the main thing because that's really all you're going to be able to see. So I'm going to take this brush and then go into my nose and then bring that up like into my eye. Because I guess I want my nose to look snatched. Okay, if you can't see anything else. I'm going to go in with some cream blush now, and I'm using this one by e.l.f. It's their Putty Blush. This is the shade. It's the shade Tahiti. I don't know, it's kind of like a dusty rose almost. I don't know what you'd really call this color, but I'm going to use this, and I'm going to kind of go in heavy-handed with it because I want my cheeks to look rosy. Like I just kind of got out of the cold weather type vibe, and I'm going to go in with this brush here. So I'm just going to dip into that and then start layering that on my cheeks. And I'm also gonna put some on my nose too because I want my nose to look a little pink. So I'm just gonna keep layering that on until I get it to the color that I want it. And with the blush, I'm not going up super high because again, my hair in the hat is going to be covering this area. But I am going to take a little bit and just kind of like work it on the inner corners of my eye, or the outer corners of my eyes, just to kind of like blend it all together. And it just gives me like a little bit more color on the eyelid. And to finish off the complexion, I'm going to go in with just a touch of bronzer. This one is by Essence. It's the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. And I'm going to use this big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to lightly like put that on my cheeks just to kind of bring out a little bit of color. And I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelids. I lied, I'm not done with complexion. I am going to do highlighter today. So I'm going to use this one by Fenty Beauty. This is the Kilowatt Duo highlighter. I don't know what the actual name of the product is. It doesn't say, but it looks like this. I'm going to use this one right here. Kind of dramatic, but I want that like little frosty like shimmer on my cheeks. So I'm going to take a little bit of that and put that kind of right here on my cheeks. And then my brow bone. And then my nose. Now for eyeshadow, I'm going to do something pretty simple, but it works. Basically, it's 2 steps. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. This is my favorite palette. It's so good. And I'm going to take these two shades and mix them together a little bit. And then I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid and kind of bring it up. It's just like the perfect brown and it goes with everything. And I'll kind of bring it out a little bit, but like I said, my hair in the hat is gonna cover like towards my temples. So I'm just like dusting that all over my eye to give my lid some color. And obviously you can make it as dark as you want, be as heavy-handed as you want, but I'm just doing like a light brown lid. And then I'm going to take this brush, I don't know, it's like a short, thick brush, like a smudging brush. And I'm going to take this dark, like chocolate brown color, and I'm just going to smudge that like all over my lash line, and then kind of bring it out a little bit just to give it kind of like a eyeliner vibe, but not. It's going to be like a smoked out eyeliner. And I'm just going to keep smudging that in until it's blended out to the point that I want. And I'm just kind of dragging it out so that it gives the effect of eyeliner without having to do any eyeliner. It's kind of like a messy version of eyeliner, I guess you could say. But yeah, I just drag it along until it's like diffused. Okay, that's it for the eyeshadow, but the last thing I'm going to do is go back into my highlighter, and I'm just going to take this brush right here, and I'm going to put some highlighter on the inner corner just to make that pop a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit more to the brow bone since I went over it a little bit with eyeshadow. But I just want to add that little shine there. Lastly, we have lips, and this is kind of a newfound lip combo for me. I'm going to be using a lip liner that I always use, one of my staples, the NYX lip pencil in the shade Natural, and it looks like that. It's just like a pink nude color. But the lipstick is what's new for me. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, and this is what it looks like. And I always thought this was like an overhyped lipstick, and I didn't understand why everybody was obsessed with it. I hadn't personally like tried it on, but I'd seen it in the store like a million times, and I was like, whatever, just like another nude lip. But after I actually tried it on, I was like, wow, this is like the perfect lip color. So I caved and I bought it. I actually bought it for my wedding. This was so I used this lipstick and then I used a lip liner by Hiiiii in the shade Taupe. This was the lip combo that I used for my wedding, but I tried this a different day and it actually looks really pretty and I love it. So this is actually a really good lipstick. If I ever find like a perfect dupe, I'll let you know because this is really expensive, but if you're looking to splurge on a lipstick, I definitely would recommend this color. It looks really nice and I love it. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to go in with my lip liner first and just overline my lips a little bit. And as you can see, this lip liner is really similar to like the color of my lips. So it's really neutral, but it looks really good. And then I'm going to take the lipstick and go in with that. And this is just such an amazing lip combo. I love it so much. It's nothing crazy, but it just looks so good. So that's what it ends up looking like. And now I'm going to take this, if I can find it. I can't find the brush that I normally use, so I'm going to take this flat brush right here. This will do the same thing. And I'm going to dip into my concealer a little bit and just kind of clean up my lip liner because, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it looks crazy, so. I'm just outlining my lips a little bit with this. Just to make sure my lip liner looks perfect. And I'm just going to take my sponge and blend that out. Here's the final look with the hat on. You can kind of like mess your hair up as much as you want, like once you have the hat on, and then sometimes with these pieces I'll even like curl them or use like the waver on them just to add like a little something to it, but honestly it's totally up to you. And as you can see, the hat basically like comes down to my eyebrows, so that's why I didn't put any makeup on my forehead. But this is just like the perfect look for the winter. It's so low maintenance. You don't really have to do your hair. I mean, you could just wear your hair down and put the hat over top with doing absolutely nothing to it and nobody would know. I do that all the time as well. So take full advantage of wearing a hat when it's cold because it's perfect. And then the makeup is minimal too because you don't have to do any makeup on the upper part of your head. So it's like a win-win all around. So if you know you're going somewhere cold, you're going to be outside or whatever, take advantage of wearing a hat and styling your outfit and your hair and your makeup around the hat because it makes life so much easier. And yeah, that's really it. Just a simple makeup look. I like to make my cheeks look a little bit rosy and then add like a little bit of highlighter to my cheeks, a little shimmer just to kind of make it pop. But yeah, that's really it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.